Jeff Bezos' best business advice for entrepreneurs. Jeff Bezos has been the CEO of Amazon for 27 years, and in his near 4 decades as the chief of the biggest online retail store, he has managed to make it a billion-dollar company and has made him the second richest billionaire in the world today. However, success didn't come easy and Bezos had many hurdles to cross. We have a lot to learn from his tech billionaire, and in today's video we have to take a look at the experiences from Bezos' book and look at what we need to learn from him. Stay tuned. Work and life shouldn't be a balancing game. Many people believe work and life are separate and there should be a work-life balance for a successful career. However, Bezos differs on this one and says people should look at work and life as integrated instead of two separate entities. It actually is a circle, it's not a balance, Bezos said. I get asked about work-life balance all the time, and my view is that that's a debilitating phrase because it implies there's a strict trade-off. Bezos added during an April 2018 awards event hosted by Alex Springer. Failure is important to succeed. Many will agree on this one. A life without failure is a stagnant life where you haven't achieved anything of significance because you haven't taken the risk to achieve something better than you already have. According to Bezos, a lot of failures mean you're growing as an individual or company. As a company grows, everything needs to scale, including the size of your failed experiments. Bezos wrote in a 2018 letter to shareholders, "If the size of your failures isn't growing, you are not going to be inventing at a size that can actually move the needle." Bezos noted that the infamous Fire phone was a failure for Amazon, but that the company was able to take our learnings as well as the developers and accelerate our efforts building Echo and Alexa. Use the regret minimization framework. When Bezos first entertained the idea of moving across the country to Seattle to start an online bookstore, he used a mental exercise he calls regret minimization framework. The idea to think about turning 80 and looking back on his life, I want to have minimized the number of regrets I have. Bezos explained, "I knew that when I was 80 I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal." Find the right opportunity. Bezos decided to build an internet business first, not a book business. He had been working in New York City for D.E. Shaw, the investment firm, when he heard that the internet use was growing at an annual rate of 2,300%. His math, in fact, was grossly incorrect. The internet was growing by a factor of 2,300, meaning it was actually growing at a rate of 230,000%. That math worked too. Bezos was not especially fond of books, but books seemed like the best bet to take advantage of the internet's explosive growth. In 1994, the year Amazon launched, the catalog of available books in print was effectively infinite. With more than 3 million titles, a long-tail business well suited for e-tailing. Shipping books was also relatively easy and not terribly expensive. As a place to start, the idea just made sense. Be customer obsessed. Many companies preach the gospel of customer focus. Bezos lived it. The secret sauce of Amazon. There are several principles at Amazon, but the number one thing that has made us successful by far is obsessive-compulsive focus on the customer. Bezos told David Rubenstein in 2018 interview at Economic Club of Washington, D.C. He wasn't talking about feel-good service, it was more about creating a company people couldn't live without. From the beginning, our focus was being on offering our customers compelling value, he wrote in Amazon's 1997 letter to shareholders. Compelling also meant clear. One often cited example was Bezos' insistence that for every new product a team write a 6-page memo and include a sample press release. "We don't do PowerPoint or any other side-oriented presentations at Amazon," Bezos once wrote. "Instead, we write narratively structured 6-page memos. We silently read one at the beginning of each meeting in a kind of study hall." Bezos believes that the narrative style of the format clarifies the strategy, and that by writing the press release at the outset, the team was forced to think about whatever they were doing through the lens of the customer's first encounter with the product. Fear customers, not competitors. Don't be afraid of our competitors because they're never going to send us money, Bezos once told his team. Be afraid of our customers because those are the folks who have the money. In other words, focus your worry where the worth is. And we believe this strategy has worked well for Bezos and Amazon today, considering they have very little competition as they direct all their resources towards their customers. Well, that is all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.